What does that have to do with Abraham? Abraham is called the Hebrew. What's the word for Hebrew in Hebrew? You Hebrew people, you people who took Hebrew here, because we teach it all the time. What the word for Hebrew in Hebrew? What's Hebrew in Hebrew? I'm getting a little, it's Ivrim. Okay, the word for the Hebrew language is Ivrit. The word for the Hebrew people is Ivrim. The word Hebrew is Ivri. Okay? Plural, Ivrim. Ivri. The word for Hebrew in Hebrew is Ivri. Do you know where it comes from? The word Hebrew, Ivri, comes from the Hebrew word avar, same word. What does it mean? A Hebrew is one who crosses over. Crosses over. So that's all there, and the whole nation crossed over. Moses telling them, you're going to avar, cross over. They're the Hebrews. But God says, Moses, you're not going to cross over there, but you're going to go up the mountain of the crossing over, because Moses is also going to cross over, not that one. He's going to go to the other promised land. But the Hebrew is one who crosses over. And this is going to open up tonight a mystery of your identity and your power, the power you have. If you are a spiritual Hebrew. What is a Hebrew? And according to that word avar. First, a Hebrew is one who leaves his or her land. They leave their origins. They leave their territory. Abraham left where he came to a new land. Jacob left, came back, went back forth. The Jewish people, Egypt, they're Hebrews as they leave the land where they were born. Well, the Jewish people were always wandering the world. A Hebrew is one who leaves where they came from. They're the leavers. So if you are born again, you are a spiritual Hebrew, meaning you are only a Hebrew because you have left where you came from and you became born again. You see, that's the difference. People in the world say, oh, I'm a Christian. That's nothing. That was born Christian. No way you cannot be born a Christian. You can only be born again a Christian. Therefore, you have to be a spiritual Hebrew. In some way, you had to leave something behind, and you had to go forward to someplace you didn't know. You cannot be who you were when you were born. You have to be someone who became a child of God. That's a Hebrew. Messiah, when he saw people, he said, follow me now. That means they had to leave everything. Those who followed him were those who left everything behind to follow him. They are spiritual Hebrews. And that begins with, we are people who leave the old behind. We leave sin behind. A Hebrew. The first thing. So, and it's not only once. We say, well, I was born again. I came to the Lord. It's every day you're a spiritual Hebrew. That means every day you're to be leaving behind something more that's old in your life, that you don't want in your life, that's not part of what God called you. Always. So that's the power. The power of being a Hebrew spiritually is you have the power to leave what you couldn't leave. Where people who are not born again, they can't leave it. You can leave it. You can leave your old self. You can leave your old self. The world can't do that. Only you can do that because you've got a new self. You leave to journey with God, that you're never afraid of leaving the old because I have something ahead of me. I'm going to step out in some way. You had to do that. I had to do that. You had to step out from where you were. So where you are now is a journey that God has led you. And the more you go, God will always lead you. He'll take you to new and new and new and better things, but you got to keep going. Journey. You've got the power.
To find out how you can receive more of Jonathan's teachings, to receive special free gifts, or get in touch, go to hopeoftheworld.org or call toll-free 1-800-YESHUA-1. That's hopeoftheworld.org or call 1-800-YESHUA-1. That's 1-800-937-4821. You can also get more at Jonathan Cahn's Facebook page or write us direct at Hope of the World, Box 1111, Lodi, New Jersey 07644, USA.